Why aren't we talking about that enough, guys? Come on, you can just admit it. You want to find the next guy, sell him off, make money, develop that reputation, and so the youth is like, oh, I can go get a bag if I join Ryan Reynolds Club in Colombia? Oh, si, senor. The reality of the matter is clubs can change their financial trajectory by finding that one player and selling them off to a bigger club. What's up, guys? We're going to go right into this episode, but before we do that, if you could give us a like and comment, that would be much appreciated. Please support us by giving us a like and comment to Athletes and Assets with Noah Lack. What we do on here is chat about entrepreneurship with your favorite athletes, and sometimes I get on my high horse and rant about stuff that you should be aware of in the world of sports and business. So if you could do us a favor, like, comment, and let's get right into it. Let's talk about why the hell athletes and celebrities are investing in random soccer teams you've never heard of. According to an NBC report, is two actors that you may have heard of, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, buy Colombian soccer team La Equidad and have taken over another small soccer team in a foreign country. Eva Longoria and pitcher Justin Verlander joined the ownership group, as well as actress Kate Upton. You know, this is a trend that's happening with a lot of American celebrities and athletes taking majority and minority investments in international soccer teams. What the hell is going on here? So there are many reasons for this, but the biggest reason why I think they are seeing this as a great business opportunity is the one that's not getting covered enough in the tabloids, and today I'm going to cover it because we need to address this. And it's not anything illicit, okay? But we got to address why the biggest reason why I think Americans are discovering that investing in small soccer teams internationally could be a good investment. To paint a better picture for you, you have athletes like J.J. Watt invested in Burnley FC. Tom Brady is part of the Birmingham City ownership group. That's the proper word to use. And what happens is there's either a fund or a private equity firm that latches on to the celebrity of the actor or athlete to help purchase a huge stake in these soccer teams for a number of reasons. And the first one is to raise awareness, right? To bring immediate relevancy to the club that no one else in London or England or Colombia did. These people are trying to imitate something that people call the Ipswich Model. In the past, a group of small investors in an Arizona pension fund, they called it Game Changer 20. They bought this like little club called Ipswich Town for $37 million when the club was in League One. Like, that was a steal. Okay, so the price was incredibly discounted. They bought a whole sports organization for $37 million. Just for reference, the Warriors, the Lakers, they are, $6-7 billion franchises. This one was for $37 million. I don't have $37 million in my pocket, but I'm just saying, like, that's peanuts compared to what a typical major sports franchise is. So in early 2024, they bought it in 2021. In early 2024, U.S. private equity for Bright Path Sports bought 40% for $131 million, already boosting up the rise in value of that club. And then by the end of the season, 2023-2024, that club, Ipswich, got promoted to the Premier League. The single-year stay of Ipswich will earn the club more than $125 million in broadcasting rights revenue. Tiny team, low potential. Let's infuse it with capital, manage the club properly, and they get to the Premier League. Easy bidding price, all right? You can get in these soccer teams for a really small bidding price, all right? If anyone's watching this and you want to go in on a small international soccer team, let me know, man. We should have Athletes and Assets FC, rename the club somewhere in London or Colombia or Brazil. Brazil would be pretty sweet. Actually, if we could do that, somewhere preferably in Rio de Janeiro near Copacabana Beach. If anyone wants to buy a minor league soccer club near that geographical region, please, let's put together a fund. If you are thinking about purchasing a soccer club, I don't know, somewhere reasonable, like Fiji, if there's a Fijian minority team there, let's make that the most exciting thing in the island. It's not my bucket list or anything to go visit these places, but the bidding price is small. Let's talk about it. It's still a risk to invest in these teams, but there's not a high decline if you invest in these tiny teams and it doesn't work out. Number two, passionate fans. You have incredible fan bases across even the smaller leagues internationally. Okay, these fans are so passionate that some of them have been upset with the American infusion of ownership because they are loyal to the soil. There have been complaints of of international soccer fans going to the hotels of the American owners when they're overseas and protesting because they're owning the team. But the passionate fan base, soccer is, here to stay, obviously. This is an international growing sport. It's growing in America, clearly. Ted Lasso maybe influenced some of these celebrities to buy the teams. We should study that as well. Maybe that's a separate podcast on the economic impact of Ted Lasso. But these celebrities aren't managing the teams themselves. Let's just get that clear. But the private equity firms that they're working with have experience in taking something, putting together the proper leadership in place. And sometimes all these clubs need is a little boost in leadership and being able to think about how to boost ticket sales, how to develop players, which we're going to really get into, the proper coaching, the facilities, the amenities, the marketing, the production of the event, right? That's why I have so much respect for Dana White, because every detail of a UFC fight is so well thought out, from the TV to where people are sitting to camera angles. And so like that sort of, founder mode management that's being applied to these smaller soccer teams is a big reason why they're able to skyrocket the value so fast. So that's a reason we have to acknowledge, okay? Look, like, you give athletes have a chance to sink their teeth in something that is, one, legitimately a legitimate sport, everyone loves it, and they get the chance to put their ownership business hat on and try to run this thing, start from the bottom, and build it up. I think that's a genuine interest among celebrities and athletes that take investment stakes in these clubs. But, we are not covering enough the real reason why I think a lot of these athletes and celebrities are getting involved in lower league professional teams. What happens with a lot of these lower level professional teams? They are really good at developing talent in some places. It's super important because you don't have the money to go and get a player. But I know who does. Premier League teams and La Liga and in France, right? They have the budgets to purchase younger players that are really promising from youth development clubs. And a lot of times, a huge transfer, as they call it, a huge purchase of a younger player is life-changing for these tiny clubs. And so when I see Ryan Reynolds, these guys buying a small club in the heart of Colombia, even though the club is not amazing historically, they are in a hotbed of soccer talent that bigger leagues are going to identify and make big purchasing decisions. If you can find the next Harry Kane, if you can find the next Neymar, if you can find the next Messi, Ronaldo, in the backyard of your ownership group and where your team's playing, and they get purchased for a lot of money, the ROI on your investment starts to really pay off fast. And that sets the tone to develop and recruit other young promising talent. Hey, look, this guy just got bought for $40 million. Come join our club. That could happen to you too. I think as much as winning matters, it is an investment at the end of the day, and I think that's something that a lot of people now are realizing. The cat's out of the bag, man. The cat's out of the bag. Like, you can go find yourself a Ronaldinho in the favelas, develop him, and Barcelona is going to come and buy that for you, and your organization is going to be well compensated. This is not an everyday instance, but that's the possibility. It's kind of like venture capital in a way, the power laws. You're kind of betting on a couple players that come in your program, develop them, they get purchased for a lot of money, and you return the whole fund, if you will. For you, it's returning capital back to the to the team. It sounds exploitative, but all sides know what's going on here. I almost compare it to if the Oklahoma or the Charlotte Hornets were developing a player like LaMelo Ball and the Lakers came and wanted to just buy him outright for X amount of dollars. And LaMelo Ball wouldn't be a free agent in this instance. The Lakers would just outright buy the rights to have him. And in the NBA, it's usually dealt either in free agency or trades. But internationally in the soccer world, this is a huge investment. The teams can make a lot of money doing this. Why aren't we talking about that enough, guys? Come on. You can just admit it. You want to find the next guy, sell him off, make money, develop that reputation, and so the youth is like, oh, I can go get a bag if I join Ryan Reynolds Club in Colombia? Oh, si, senor. Like, yeah, sign me up. Like, that's what we're doing. The reality of the matter is clubs can change their financial trajectory by finding that one player and selling them off to a bigger club. I'm interested to see, what's to come in the future regarding more athletes and celebrities buying these smaller soccer leagues. It feels good to get promoted to the big club, for sure. Absolutely. It also feels good to make $50 million or make a significant amount of money down the road because you have equity stake in a player that gets bought by a Premier League club. Yes, do we want to play in the Premier League? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, if we're making money, who's complaining? Hope you guys enjoyed that quick breakdown, man. If you can, man, give us a like and a comment and subscribe to the Athletes and Assets podcast. Quick one today, okay? Get you on your way, your commute to work. Hope you learned something today. See you for the next one.